All right, thanks, folks. We're going to go ahead and get started. I want to first thank everyone for taking time out of their morning to hop on the webinar and learn a little bit more about the PAsmart initiative, about the advancing grants. We're all so excited to be able to offer this opportunity again to the field and continue to grow STEM and computer science in the Commonwealth. So welcome to the PAsmart Advancing Grants webinar. So you're on the right one. Today in the Advancing Grants webinar, we're going to be providing an overview of the PAsmart initiative. We're going to make sure to give a description of the advancing grant. We'll share eligibility requirements. We'll provide you with the location of grant information. We'll provide requirements of the advancing grant, and we'll share timeline and next steps. So during the webinar, if you have specific questions, please type the questions into the chat. We will be generating a frequently asked questions document following the webinar using the information that's in the chat window. This webinar will also be recorded and shared via our education.pa.gov/website, along with the PowerPoint with notes. So if there's additional things you want to dig through in the PowerPoint, you'll be able to do so. For helpful information following the webinar, please check out the PAsmart Grants Toolkit. We tried to use knowledge from year one of the PAsmart initiative, from feedback from our partners, and be able to really generate a pathway so that this is smooth this year around the advancing grant. So please check out that toolkit, and that can be found at education.pa.gov/PAsmart. So everything we do in the PAsmart initiative or in the advancing grants initiative is really centered and focused around the Governor Wolf's beta goals. So those beta goals are schools that teach, government that works, and jobs that pay. And it was that vision that ignited the foundation of the PAsmart initiative, which was generated through a collaborative known as the Middle Class Task Force, through stakeholder engagement and outreach. Many of you who are on this webinar today may have been part of those stakeholder sessions, whether they were in your local communities, at patent facilities, or at the governor's office. But it was really from the ground up that this initiative was generated. The PAsmart initiative was designed to provide flexible resources to spark, spread, and sustain innovation. The initiative is directed by the following principles. There's a focus on cross-sector partnerships and alignment, often what you'll hear me refer to as the ecosystem approach. A focus on equity and inclusion. We want to make sure that our most historically underserved communities get an opportunity to have access and be included in the STEM economy. We want to focus on leveraging existing resources. So that idea of braiding existing funds, or be thinking strategically about human capital. A focus on data-driven decisions and performance-based outcomes. A focus on stakeholder engagement, and a focus on building capacity for long-term sustainability and growth beyond this particular initiative, beyond this administration, and into the future, so that all learners have opportunities. In companion with Governor Wolf's vision and the PAsmart guiding principles, PDE is focused on the following priorities. We're focused on diversifying and increasing the number of STEM-ready educators that function inside the classroom, outside the classroom, in our communities, in our libraries, in our after-school spaces. We're also focused on diversifying and increasing the number of learners who have access, opportunities, and are included in STEM experiences from birth to post-secondary. With Pennsylvania business and industry partners still searching for talent, with jobs every day going unfilled in the STEM economy, it is more important than ever to provide high-quality STEM experiences for all learners, from early childhood to post-secondary, with highly qualified STEM-ready educators. We know that learning will happen inside of our classroom walls, in our homes, in our communities, at our YMCAs. And to meet these needs of Pennsylvania's growing STEM economy, the PAsmart initiative will give priority to those applications that demonstrate the following: a clear and coherent and committed cross-sector partnership that aligns resources, both financial and human capital, to support a community's needs in STEM and computer science. Applications that expand access and opportunity to learners at all levels so that they can build STEM skills. Applications that increase the number of highly qualified STEM educators inside and outside of the traditional classroom. And applications that boost inclusion in computer science and STEM education for women, girls, students of color, students in rural and urban areas, students with exceptionalities, learners that are overage and under credit, and other historically underserved or underrepresented populations. In 2018-2019, the PAsmart initiative was a $30 million investment in building pathways for Pennsylvanians to access the growing STEM economy. That initiative was designed, constructed, and built by stakeholders from across Pennsylvania. In 2018-2019, through the PAsmart initiative, PDE served over 249 LEAs through the targeted grants, with every intermediate unit across the Commonwealth having at least one LEA represented in the grant awards. In 2018-2019, the Pennsylvania Department of Education awarded 24 advancing grants to spark innovation and opportunities across the Commonwealth. Those grants impacted 90% of all the counties in Pennsylvania. They involved over 106 schools, over 26 higher education partners, 59 workforce partners, which would include workforce development boards, chambers of commerce, and economic development councils, 58 nonprofits, including libraries and science centers. The advancing grants included 4 of our current nationally and locally recognized STEM ecosystems, and is helping to build 20 new ecosystems across the Commonwealth through this cross-sector approach. The PAsmart initiative will also be awarding next generation sector partnership grants. In 2017-2018, we awarded 28 partnerships, with 68% of those partnerships in advanced manufacturing and in the healthcare industry clusters, and with one of the first tech sector partnerships in 2018 and 2019. Labor and Industries Office of Apprenticeship and Training also released a series of PAsmart grants to support apprenticeships in early childhood education, to support apprenticeships in the tech sector, in the healthcare sector, and in the advanced manufacturing sector. All 4 of these initiatives will be available to stakeholders across the Commonwealth in 2019-2020. So what is an advancing grant? Advancing grants are designed to support broad cross-sector partnerships that are using an ecosystem or networked approach to do the following: expand access to computer science and STEM education, and promote inclusion, especially for historically underserved students and communities. These opportunities will come through learning experiences such as integrative computer science and STEM experiences, standalone computer science and STEM courses, out of school time learning experiences like summer camps or after school opportunities, the development of dual enrollment experiences, building industry credentials, operationalizing work-based learning in local communities, building internships and apprenticeships. Advancing grants are also designed to support and expand the number of CS and STEM educators at all levels. Advancing grants will support partnerships that operate on a larger scale and provide quality computer science and STEM experiences to learners of any age, from early childhood, from pre-K-12 to post-secondary, and adult learners. As part of this high-level strategic approach to CS and STEM workforce readiness, the advancing grants are designed to meet the needs across all those different learner categories. Advancing grants are expected to fully align to Governor Wolf's PAsmart framework. This framework is driven by cross-sector partnerships, data-driven innovation, a focus on equity, diversity, and inclusion, building capacity in our local communities, leveraging existing resources, and focusing on performance-based outcomes. Advancing grant proposals may request funding for up to $500,000. The performance period of the grant will begin January 2020 and end June 30, 2021. For additional detailed information regarding funding priorities, please refer to the request for proposals. So who is eligible for an advancing grant? Eligible proposals must have the following elements. They must have a lead applicant. They must have a fiscal agent. And they must demonstrate strong and robust cross-sector partnerships. A lead applicant can be any of the following entities. A lead applicant can be an LEA, like a school district, a charter school, a cyber charter, a career and tech center, or an intermediate unit. A lead applicant can be an early childhood learning center, a post-secondary institution, a public library, a community-based organization or institution, a local workforce development board, a business, an industry partner, a chamber of commerce, a labor organization, a STEM ecosystem, trade associations, a nonprofit, and economic development entities. Any of those partners may be a lead applicant. A fiscal agent can be any of the following. A local education agency or LEA, which would include an intermediate unit, a charter, a cyber charter, a school district, a career and tech center, an intermediate unit. It may be a public library and or a post-secondary institution. They are the three categories that can act as a fiscal agent. To submit the advancing grant proposal, the submitting organization must have access to e-grants. The submitting organization can be the fiscal agent and or another partner that has access to e-grants. So where can I find grant information? Please visit education.pa.gov/PAsmart. There you will find the request for proposals, a general overview of the advancing grants, information on the review process and review criteria, the PAsmart Grant Toolkit with helpful information and resources, templates for the advancing grant. These templates will be key. The templates allow for that lead applicant to be able to drive the development of the advancing grants. And remember, the lead applicant can be an LEA, an early childhood center, a post-secondary institution, a public library, a community-based organization, a local workforce development board, a business and/or chamber of commerce, an industry partner, a labor organization, a STEM ecosystem, a trade association, a nonprofit, or an economic development entity. Any of those can lead this initiative. And we wanted to make sure that there was access via these templates for those lead applicants to really drive the development of these partnerships. We would encourage you to fill out all the information in the template before beginning to upload to eGrants. You can also find on our education.ba.gov/PAsmart website a list of past advancing grants. And there are some awesome examples. All 24 are just phenomenal examples of the PAsmart framework and the types of innovation we are trying to spark. We would really encourage you to take a look at those 24 advancing grants, see which advancing grants are in your community or near you, and possibly even reach out to those partners. So what are the PAsmart advancing grants requirements? A successful advancing grant award in 2019-2020 cycle will have the following requirements. They will be required to submit a midway grant survey in August of 2020. They'll be required to attend monthly webinars, present their best practices, share their information across the advancing grants community, and respond to any additional surveys outlined by PDE to help grow and support STEM and computer science across the Commonwealth. Advancing grants will be required to submit a final budget along with a performance impact report by August of 2021. Again, you'll be able to find more detailed information at education.pa.gov/PAsmart. You'll also be able to find at the website links to the template and how to get to access of eGrants and begin submitting your applications. So what's next? If you have any additional questions, please access the PAsmart@patent.net resource account. That resource account, there is several folks monitoring that resource account daily, and they will distribute your questions to the appropriate individuals to be answered. And we will also catalog those questions as part of an upcoming FAQ. So to apply for an advancing grant, we encourage partners to identify a lead applicant, a fiscal agent, and begin to collect and reach out to a series of cross-sector partners. We encourage applicants to determine the person within the LEA, post-secondary institution, or public library who will act as the fiscal agent and could be the entity that helps submit the application via the eGrant system or our online grant management system. For additional information about eGrants and determine whether or not your organization has access, please submit a brief online form providing the name and basic contact information of the designated person, which will enable them to access the application in the eGrant system. Please allow 1 week after submission for this form to obtain access. If you have continued questions about who has access to eGrants, and what organizations are able to upload via the eGrant system, please don't hesitate to send an email to the resource account. For the online form to gain access, please go to the education.pa.gov/PAsmart website to follow the link and fill out the online form. Please review the application questions via the template and coordinate with partners to answer all of the application questions in total. Applicants are strongly advised to use the template to write their application responses. This separate document will allow for deeper collaboration and also allow for lead applicants who do not have access to eGrants to drive the partnership. Our next webinar will be on December 16th, 2019 at 8:30 a.m., which will provide more explanation about the grant and application process following up on the questions we receive between now and December 16th. Please direct any questions and requests for technical assistance to the PAsmart@patent.net resource account. All applications will be due and uploaded in the eGrant system by 11:59 p.m. on Friday, January 10th, 2020. Again, all applications will be due by 11:59 p.m. on Friday, January 10th, 2020. For additional questions, please reach out to the RA account. If you want to connect with us, please don't hesitate to tag us on the hashtags you saw on the slide, hashtag STEM and PA, hashtag CS and PA. Reach out to the Department of Education at PA Dep of Ed on Twitter. You can hit us up on additional social media sites. If you want more information about Pennsylvania Department of Education STEM Initiative and the STEM Coalition, please follow the bit.ly link on the screen. And if you need any other detailed information about STEM in Pennsylvania, please don't hesitate to reach out to me via phone or email, and connect with me on Twitter at QuirkusBrunus. All the questions that were outlined in the chat, we'll take them and make them part of the frequently asked questions document, and be sure to add them as information on the next webinar. We greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day today to hop on the PAsmart STEM Advancing Grants webinar, and we really look forward to collaborating over the next 18 months. Thank you.